Paul, you get on the phone with Danny. He says, hello?
Hey, Danny, did you see me on the TV?
Yeah, Kimon. You're still on the TV, actually.
Oh, am I? Yeah, that's not actually me, but I am still alive. How you doing? Did everybody get out before the raid came by?
Yeah, we cleared out. But if that's not you on TV, who is it?
Oh, that's Light Show. You can do illusions. They think I'm dead.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm debating whether or not I want to go back and work in the office, because we got a lot of stuff to do, and they weren't really helping me before, but they'll probably get angry if I show up in someone's Twitter feed and they didn't know I'm still alive.
Why are they pretending that you're alive if they don't know that you are?
I don't know. I'll have to ask them later. But you've been a lot more on my team, so I wanted to touch bases with you first and make sure that you're all right.
Well, yeah, we're fine, dude. I mean, I figured you were still alive. I'm not surprised about that. I'm just surprised it's not you on TV.
Yeah, Light Show's doing a great job.
It sounds just like you.
It's pretty close. I'll let you know how all that develops, but for right now, I just want to let you know that I managed to get the funds we need to set up our real estate company. So you're going to get some forms to fill out in the near future, and with it is going to be a sign-on bonus so you and the boys can make ends meet in the near term. I might have a guy who's going to manage the paperwork, but we'll see.
Okay, cool. We still doing stakeouts and stuff?
Yeah, that. And while you guys are keeping your eyes out, just browse around the internet for real estate that's up for grabs. You don't need to worry too much about the condition of it. The main thing is that it's a place to park the company money until we need it. I'll be happier if it winds up being profitable, so, do your best. But you don't have to be a perfectionist or you really know what you're doing right away.
All right. I'll do some research on it, though. I'll do my best.
Great. I figured you would. So check's flying out soon, and I got a bunch of stuff to do. Being dead keeps you busy. Talk to you later, Danny.
Danny hangs up, and Nicholas asks, so what's on the agenda now?
Well, I got some important things to do. I need to see if Flux can still be an asset. Early on, I was trying to get him to understand how we do the work, but then I got too wrapped up in the doing, and the work. And Larry has taken over the mentorship.
So you're not going to take advantage of this being dead thing?
There's not much I can. The criminal world thinks I'm alive now, thanks to Lowry, so whatever advantage that might have been there is gone. And I'm not sure it's going to help me that much if Unstoppable Industries are the only people who think I'm buried.
The upside is you can focus all your energy on being the knife leprechaun without also having to go to company meetings.
If I'm getting options, I think I prefer the Doomed Man.
That's not really catchy. I don't see the name spinning itself into something a gang can get behind.
Nah, it works. I'm the Doomed Man. None of this is a choice. I was doomed to my name just like you're doomed to pay a higher electric bill this year. And you're doomed to pay whatever insurance premiums you're told to pay. Then you're doomed to pay your medical bills anyway because you hit your deductible. You'll be replaced by AI, or just the lowest bidder for your job. They don't care. Your company doesn't need you. You'll vote for people the system gives you, and it'll be a choice between what you hate the least, and you'll get no other choices. You're doomed to do exactly what those of a higher power decide you're going to do, and there is no free will. Only once you accept this is doom can you begin to think against it. When the penalty for acceptance is doom and the penalty for rebellion is doom, we are all doomed anyway. And we are all together. Recognize that doom, and recognize your path to freedom. I am one of many doomed men, and I am the Doomed Man.
Okay.
I bet I could make Knife Leprechaun work, too. I just gotta figure out the story behind it, but that'd be a lot more work, so let's stick to the Doomed.
Well, I'm not going to fight to get you to go to Knife Leprechaun.
You will if it had a kick-ass story and you're the hero of it.
Well, be the Doomed Man. Don't try to be Kimon also.
Kimon has access to the criminal justice system and inside knowledge of how the investigation of the Doomed Man is going. The intel's too good to pass up, and this way we can work without getting caught. It is more effort, but that's how we stack the deck.
All right, fine. I mean, that is a convincing argument.
All right, check the TV real quick. Are they done with the interview?
Yeah, we'll say they're roughly done. Are you going to call Elvis?
Yep.
Okay, then in that case, back in the studio, Elvis and Lowry, you've just wrapped up your interview and you're headed back to the green room.
Lowry, the project is already over cost. You have no idea how much it'll cost, and now you're adding the ability to recall the onesie directly into my hand?
Can't you just build something into your suit?
No, I can't just build something into my suit. The suit amplifies my teleportation powers. It's not magic.
Well then, I don't know, teleport the ball back into your hand.
I have to be touching an object to teleport it anywhere.
Well, teleport to where the ball is, and then bring it back by teleporting to where you were, and then try to throw it again.
Sure, but then, okay, that brings me to my second point. The onesie is gonna unroll and trap anything that it hits, including trees and cars and rocks and the ground, whatever.
Can't we use the AI in it to tell it to only unroll if it hits the intended target?
The short answer is no. But would you like to hear the long answer?
Does the long answer contain yes?
It does,
Okay,
but
then
you
let's
have
make-
to understand that...
Okay, let's make the long answer be the short answer. Yes. Have the AI teach the suit to do that, and we'll do that.
Well, okay, I'll just add it to the blueprints for this device that'll totally be built someday.
Elvis, you have to understand that this is a private company, and we have very few competitors, and we have private investors. None of the investors understand anything technical about this project, and they barely understand our work. Anything you say does not matter. They will invest in this company, and we can offset the R&D costs with revenue from elsewhere.
But how does that help us catch Mercury?
The company can make money using the capital provided by the investors, which we will use to fight Mercury and make more profit.
But the device we're developing won't work.
We have an icebox.
So none of this matters.
Not even a little. I mean, it needs to look good, but finish the blueprints and make it work on paper. Otherwise, we can't pitch it to anyone.
Okay, I guess as long as we're on the same page.
And do what you can to obfuscate the costs. We're not doing full production.
Elvis, you get a phone call, and because you have a new phone, you haven't been recognizing any numbers except your mom. There's a 90% chance it's a scammer, but a 10% chance, maybe less, that it's someone that you know.
Okay, hold on. Hello?
Elvis, did you get a new phone? I had to call the front desk to get your number.
Who is this?
It's Paul. You know, the guy you just finished an interview with on live TV?
Light show?
No, he would not call you on the phone as a prank. This is the real Paul. You know, Kimon, the slayer of men.
Okay, listen, buddy. I don't know who this really is, but I don't appreciate this kind of thing. You shouldn't go lying to our office and impersonating someone, okay? I think that might be a crime, because Kimon is very much alive, but he is here in the studio.
If you don't know if something's a crime, you can call Snakeman and find out. Listen, I want to talk. There's an Italian restaurant downtown called Incredibly Fat Da Vinci's. Get a booth tomorrow and wait. I'll meet you at 5 o'clock. Don't bring it up with freeze frame. I just want this to be you and me for now, okay? It's important to me.
Talk about what? Is that an expensive restaurant?
I hang up.
Larry, I think Kimon just called me on the phone.
Okay. No, he was ripped in half. They found his legs and torso in 2 separate places.
Whoever this person was, it sounded exactly like him, though. He knew about Snakeman. He told me to meet him at a restaurant tomorrow. Those are all things that Kimon could do.
I mean, you think that until they ask you to buy a bunch of Visa gift cards.
Okay, maybe it's not him. Yeah, but like, didn't you say that Kimon has some kind of regeneration power? You said sometimes he'd get an injury, but then he'd get over it way too fast.
Yeah, but come on. The guy was dead. Like dead. Like blood not in his body dead.
He regenerates on a delay. He gets injured but doesn't heal from it right away. He has to... I don't know, it takes like 48 hours or something.
Well, why is he calling you? Okay, let's slow down. I don't really like the idea that Kimon cannot actually die. That's the most horrifying thing I don't like that at all.
Well, call the morgue. Call where they're keeping him.
Okay, hold on. I call the morgue.
You get the morgue, and they report that the body has already been checked out to be cremated.
Can I get the phone number for who's doing the cremation?
Yes, they give you that number, you call it, and it leads to a gas station that has no idea what you're calling about. They inform you that you must have the wrong number, and there you go.
Okay. The body is missing.
I knew it!
But why wouldn't he come back to the office? I could just imagine him sitting smugly at the head of the company boardroom, swiveling around in his chair as we came in the room, and he makes some snide joke about it. Oh my God, he regenerates from death.
You wanted to talk to me in private, Lowry. I'm concerned, because just before he died, Kimon intentionally murdered Daryl Masterson, and I think he wants to test me to see if I'm on board for more of the same.
You think he's plotting an internal coup?
Wouldn't he? It's just like you've been saying, villains are all megalomaniacs, looking to establish a villainocracy and take away everyone's choices. Killing Masterson was the first step. He chose to kill that guy, and now there's going to be no trial and no choices for anybody, nothing on Masterson. Why would he want to talk to me in private if it's not for something illegal?
All right. Flux, calm down. Kimon has always been a rabid dog on a leash, so being concerned that he's going to bite you or me is the right instinct. I'm glad that you're thinking this way, but you do have to remember you can be smarter than Kimon.
He's just going around hiding powers and lying about powers and hiding them from you and me and everybody, and his death. He's hiding his death. Do we even know anything about Kimon? Has he ever been alive?
We know he's a bad guy. Okay, please try to calm down.
He should be on trial for an excessive use of force, and the reason he let us think he was dead is so he could get out of trial.
Okay, that would be up to someone to bring those charges, and I don't think that that's going to happen. However, you do have a point that asking you to meet in private before he talks to me is incredibly suspicious, and I don't think he has any good intentions there. So here's what you're going to do. Before the meeting, plant some bugs around the restaurant. Listening devices, cameras, whatever. I'll get it sorted with Snakeman so that it's all legal. I'll go ahead and wait outside in a rental car. If Kimon says anything illegal, I'll run in and freeze him. We'll have it on tape, and then he'll be in Luna Island before he thaws.
What? Okay, but what if it's not Kimon? And it's just some kind of trap by a different supervillain or Mercury or somebody?
Same deal, we'll put him on ice.
Well, I have to say that although all this superhero stuff has not really turned out to be what I thought it was, we are still able to do the right thing and stop a criminal, even if it turns out to be part of our own organization. And we've had to make a lot of compromises and stuff, this is real life, but like we can't look the other way on serious crime.
Of course.
Okay, right? That's the right thing to do. And I'll start building some listening devices, so let me know when Snakeman has all that legal stuff ready.
By the next day, before 5 o'clock, Snakeman has the legal documentation cleared. The owner of Incredibly Fat Da Vinci's is willing to let you set up the wiretaps if it means helping a superhero. He asks, "Do you think you could hang out in costume and look real good for my business if they knew that one of the unstoppable guys ate here?"
Yeah, I can wear costume. Nobody said I shouldn't wear costume.
All right, then just don't record in the bathrooms, okay? That's the only thing.
Oh, no worries. I don't want that either. Okay. So just around where I'm sitting, that should be fine.
And now you wait. Lowry, where are you going to set up?
I'll park a rental car on the street next to a meter and just hang out in plain clothes.
Are you going to try a disguise or anything?
I am not good at that stuff, so no.
All right, so Paul, when do you actually show up?
Well, before 5, I'd like to scope the place out before I go in, make sure that Elvis actually came alone like I asked.
Wearing a solid disguise, I assume?
Yeah, I'll dress myself up like a college hipster with my mustache all curled up and waxed, and I'll dye it brown.
Okay, so you've got super senses, and this is kind of your whole profession. So you look down the street, and there's Lowry. He's being as stealthy as he can for a guy who spends all his time in the office, never practicing the craft ever. You can see Elvis sitting in the restaurant by the window.
Wonderful. Instead of going inside, I'll walk down the block to where I can still see Elvis, but I'm difficult to see with the naked eye, and then I'll call his phone.
Yeah, you head down the block and uphill a bit so you can see over traffic, lean up against a light post, and call Elvis. Elvis, your phone rings.
Hello?
Hey, it's Paul. Are you at the spot?
Yes, I'm here. Waiting.
Are you alone, or did you talk to Lowry before you came down here?
No, Lowry doesn't know. I didn't tell anyone.
All right. All I want to do is talk to you about the Mercury case.
Now? On the phone? I thought you were going to meet me at the restaurant.
I just want to make sure that you weren't in the office or someplace that you couldn't talk comfortably.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to fish out a microphone and attach it to my phone so I can record the conversation.
Paul, you can see him doing this from where you are, and with your super hearing, you can sort of echolocate objects and make out their shape, even through the phone. You hear him attach something to it.
What's going on? Did I catch you in the bathroom or something?
No. I had to wipe my hands because my hands got spaghetti on him. The sauce. I dripped the sauce. The sauce fell,
Flux, most people use a fork.
Right, but that's because I dropped the fork and it fell off the fork and I tried to catch it with my hands, so now I got it all over my hands. But I wiped it off and now we're good.
All right, well, the first thing I want to talk to you about is my alleged death. I'm a bit disappointed you guys went straight to the media to say I'm alive without at least giving me a chance to come back from the dead first.
Well, we didn't know you were going to do that, Kimon.
I would say that's fair, but...
Okay, I see your point. However, it would have looked really bad, for the company.
Now, is that you talking, or is that what Lowry told you?
Well, I happen to agree with Lowry, and think that it looks quite bad, and it hurts morale in the city when their superheroes are dying.
So, regarding morale, if you'd been able to keep quiet, Mercury probably would have counted my death as a major victory for him. And when people are most vulnerable? When they think they've won. There's no way that Mercury would be expecting any kind of action or attack from me if I'm supposed to be dead. So the PR stunt kind of blew that element of surprise.
Okay, but now he and his people are all demoralized, and they'll probably do fewer crimes.
That's called going to ground. They're going to take a defensive stance and lay low for a while. But at some point, Mercury's going to have to retaliate or risk looking weak in front of everyone. See, criminals are not an especially forgiving lot, and respect is everything. Are you and Lowry getting ready for a counterpunch?
We haven't had time, but I'm sure Lowry is thinking about it.
Oh, I bet that is right where his mind's at.
Although I'm sure that he's also very concerned and preoccupied with explaining why you felt the need to kill Daryl Masterson.
The inventor guy? Who was building Mercury's weapons?
The man that you intentionally killed in cold blood during your raid, Kimon.
Flux, he was flying away in a gyrocopter made from a lawn chair. and flying with him was an understanding of how to build more giant robots or reverse engineer that gun that killed Rudy.
So you're admitting that it was willful and that it was murder?
I admit to attempting to stop a fleeing, dangerous suspect through the use of force. Are you serious with this?
It is the most fundamental thing about being a superhero. We protect people, and we strive to do it in the best way possible. What you did fails in every way to live up to the expectation of being a superhero. I know you feel guilty because why else would you hide from the fact that you're still alive?
I just told you that me being dead could have been a huge advantage, and it would make Mercury think he has room to lick his wounds and let his guard down.
Well, I don't think that's very super either. There's no reason why people in our line of work should be operating with all this cloak and dagger stuff. I think that your sense of morality has been compromised from the very start.
I hang up.
Hello? Hello? Oh my god. I call Larry. Hello, Larry?
Hey, Flux, how's spaghetti?
I think it's just like you've been saying from the very start. Kimon is off the reservation.